Hey there, me again. It's been a long time since I did a video, but my passion for the markets and the real estate market are coming out because once again, I'm being asked, do I think, or is there going to be, or I'm going to wait for a real estate crash before I participate? Now, let me explain. I want to explain a couple of things on why a real estate crash is very unlikely for 2022, 2023, 2024, and beyond, because there's a significant change from what is going on nowadays to what happened in 2007 and 2008. And it goes beyond what you've read, but what you can read on the front page. Let's go in the underlining factors. Now, again, this is a true passion of mine. So if I get kind of rambling or I say things that are not fully understood, please let me know and I'd be happy to explain it further. But let's step back into 2007, 2008. When this crash happened, it was devastating. It's still in the fresh of a lot of people's minds. Some people lost a lot. Some people lost everything. And that fear is still there. But there is a significant difference, like I said earlier. And what happened in 2009, our Federal Reserves, which is the United States central banking system, okay? They control the monetary policies for the United States, meaning interest rates, were able to step in for the first time in 2010, early 2010, to start to buy something called mortgage-backed securities. Now, what are mortgage-backed securities? Now, I'll send a link below so you can read what mortgage-backed securities are, but in my Cliff Note version, this is what they are. Now, when you have a bank or a lender that is providing mortgages for people to buy homes, they provide a mortgage to somebody that's closing on a home, and they will bundle probably about 8 or 9 of these mortgages into like a nice little package. And that's what a mortgage-backed security is. Now, before 2010, these packages, mortgage-backed securities, were bought by investors, hedge fund people, Wall Street folks, people with the big money. But when the crash happened, our government gave the feds the permission to step in and buy these mortgage-backed securities. So this is the first time ever in history that they were allowed to do that. They were allowed to do that with only a specific, amount that they could purchase, which they did. You know, of course, when the feds or the government are given some money to buy something, they usually used all of it, right? So they did use all of this money to use it towards mortgage-backed securities. However, they haven't stopped since then. They slowed down, but they have been buying mortgage-backed securities since then, which has led this slow burning flame for today's housing market to continue to build and build and build and build. And what do I mean by that? This is what I mean. Okay, so when the feds are able to buy these mortgage-backed securities, they are centrally controlling interest rates. Now, if you look again at this chart below, you'll notice that interest rates are not even close to where they were in 2007, 2008, 2009, okay? Interest rates have continued to decline amounts since then, okay? Now that sounds all nice and good, but when you have low interest rates, what happens? People spend more money. And that's exactly what our government needs us to do. They need us to spend more money so we have a trickle effect and the ball keeps rolling. We spend, we spend, we spend, we borrow, we borrow, we borrow, because now we're able to borrow against our house for next for nothing and go buy something that truly, whether you need or not, I don't know. Anyway, soapbox rant. But that's what happens when you have low interest rates. Now, like I said, this has allowed the real estate market to slowly burn its fire. Why? But some of the wealthy people are doing, some of the hedge fund people, some of the Wall Street people are buying up property and borrowing money next to nothing. Okay, so they're slowly continuing to buy because again, our housing market is now at a low from the crash. So they're picking up more and more real estate. Excuse me, passion choking here, which is now eating up the inventory. Now, when 2020 happened, the pandemic happened. Sorry, that's it must be 3:00 because that's the stock market bell. Anyways, when 2020 happened and the pandemic came and it shut everything down, caused markets to crash or take a significant correction, which it needed, the feds were stepping in once again, stepping in with full arms ready to go. They were now given permission to buy these mortgage-backed securities with no limits. What does that mean? Let me put in perspective for you. They have been buying back mortgage-backed securities around $14 trillion a month since 2020. They just slowly started decreasing that, tapering that. Have you heard that word tapering a lot? Tapering that in December and January, okay? Now, once they start tapering that, interest rates will go up. Now, many people are going to think, interest rates going up, interest rates going up, bad thing, bad thing, bad thing. It is not, okay? Is it going to mean it's buying a house is going to cost more? Yes, but it's going to slow down prices. And prices, what I mean by that, it's going to slow down grocery prices. It's going to slow down energy prices. It's going to slow down gas prices. So, going off there on a tangent, but ultimately, that is what is different from 2022 real estate market compared to 2008, 2007 real estate market. Many experts believe there will not be a real estate crash, especially for communities that are rural or away from the city, where more people are moving away from the big city, metropolitan cities, and more into rural areas because of the change in work environments and being able to work from home and getting something with a little bit more land or lot size or bigger home for more money, for less money. So if you are in one of these areas like me, that's in a rural type of areas, do not sit back and wait to buy for this real estate market to crash. You're going to be left in the dust, and ultimately you are just going to pay more for a house that you could have had 6 months, a year ago for significantly less. These prices will continue. I'm sorry to say that. If you're looking to sell, if you're desperate in need for that extra, couple grand, $5,000, $7,000, $10,000 more in your home, then sure, wait to sell. Otherwise, why not cut your profits now? You've seen a significant increase in the equity in your home. Take it. This is what people in the markets do. We don't wait for the top to tip. We take our profits when we have a healthy amount of profits and look to move it into something else. So this is what I'm suggesting to a lot of my sellers or people, friends of mine that are looking to, they're not sure if they want to upgrade in a house or not because of the potential real estate crash. This is what I tell them. You have created significant value in your home, significant equity in your home, okay? Take that equity in your home and go find your dream home. If it's on an acre, if it's on a couple acres, if it's a farm, if it's on a beach, go buy your dream home, because your mortgage payments are not going to be much more what they are now, maybe a couple $100, and you are just hedging your equity you have into a bigger or better property that's going to not lose its value and can continue to grow. So it's kind of a hard concept to grasp your mind around. It's easier if I have like a piece of paper and I'm showing. So if you want more information on how to hedge your current home into buying your dream home, send me a message, call me, text me, email me, and I'd be happy to walk you through the numbers so it makes sense for you. Anyways, I gotta go. My girls are gonna be home from school now. I hope this helps. Again, this is a passion for me, and I just want to share the information I have. Take care and peace, and bye for now. Happy Thursday.